What are we doing?
All right.
So we're going to read chapter 4 and 5. And
I'm still Sonic and the narrator.
Yes.
yeah, and then Paul is, and I'm Knuckles, Amy, and Shadow. Paul's Tails, Espio, and Charmy B.
No, I
Okay.
thought I was fucking Mrs. Lesson too.
Yeah, Mrs. Lesson.
Okay. Chapter 4. Getting a date.
Wait, I thought
Sonic. What? We're waiting?
I thought no, you can start.
Okay. Chapter 4. Getting a date. Sonic did not like in the first chapter and went to school again.
What?
Oh, Sonic did like in the first chapter and went to school again.
Oh, that makes a
Now
huge
it's
difference.
lunchtime, and Sonic went in the lunchroom. Sonic was telling all the people at his table who were Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Espio, and Charmy B about what happened yesterday, but Tails already knew, and he was nodding his head like a good friend. You should have seen it, said Sonic. I was in the haunted house, and I shot Eggman, but I let him get away right before I could have killed him. Sonic laughed, and Tails laughed at the same time. Knuckles said,
You should stop. You should stop going on these cool adventures because high school is more important.
Shut up, Knuckles.
said Knuckles. And Sonic knew he was right because it's called Sonic High School. Roll credits.
Dun boo 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 boo.
And it should be more like the high school part. So Sonic asked them all. So Sonic asked them all what they're what they're up to.
Well, I am entering the science competition,
said Tails.
To win the science competition, I have to come up with the best invention, and my invention is this invisibility hat. It makes you invisible, but I can't do it right now because I have to make sure it works perfect for the science competition.
Oh my god. Tails was so smart that Sonic knew he would win the science competition because Tails is like intestine.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Shouted Knuckles right into Tails' ear. What a bad guy.
Yeah, fuck you, Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just hanging out. I'm not going to class because I want to cause trouble,
said Knuckles. Knuckles was so bad that he would cause trouble. Yeah, no duh, that's what he said. Sonic thought Knuckles was a frick.
Yeah, frick you, Knuckles.
Frick you, Knuckles.
Ugh.
Oh,
Shadow
no,
was
it's
next,
him.
and he was badder than Knuckles, but in a different way.
I'm not going to be around much longer,
said Knuckles. Shouldn't have you said Shadow?
I don't know.
Whatever. He always did. At the end of what he was saying, because it was mysterious.
Where are you going?
said Tails because he was curious.
Wait. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to kill my parents.
said Shadow. See, this is how Shadow is worse than Knuckles. He did serious bad things. At least at the end of the day, Knuckles could sleep. Shadow was too dark for sleeping.
He always sleeps 24/7.
That's how cool he is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh. I'm going to try out for the football team,
said Espio. Espio was athletic, but like Sonic, but not as fast, but he had a horn on his nose that was good for attacking people in front of him. So Sonic thought he'd be good at football.
Yeah, screw all those fuckers.
Oh yeah.
I'm going
Charmy
to
B.
try out for the play.
Said Charmy B. Charmy B was loud and singing always.
You are an annoying, unlikable word that shouldn't be said.
Unlikable gay person.
So you should do great.
Said Knuckles.
Do not hurt my balls!
Said Charmy. Charmy was used to being hectored, so he was able to remove himself from his potential fury.
Oh god. Ryan! Ryan.
Why do I think Charmy's gonna be voiced by Jerry Seinfeld?
Do not hurt my feel.
Now what's the problem with Sonic Ice?
Oh.
SBO.
Did you just see Rose right now?
Said SBO.
She's looking so hot in her tiny bra.
SBO obviously wanted to kiss her deep. You should ask her out, said Sonic.
But the prom.exe was yesterday.
Said SBO. Well, that is okay. You can date anytime, said Sonic.
Said SBO.
SBO thought.
Well then, I am going to kiss and sex her tonight.
SBO was like a little boy looking at his mom's boob.
Oh, why? Why? I really hope they mean baby. I really hope. Otherwise, that's coming from personal experience, and I don't want to have that on my conscience.
Sonic and Tails together were both looking at each other, and they wanted to help SBO.
Okay, Ryan, you ready?
Help you get a
We're
date,
gonna help you get a date.
said Sonic and Tails at the same time simultaneously.
And we're gonna do it right now. This is such a
Sonic
fucking
and Tails.
stupid.
Sonic and Tails got up. Man, both grabbed one of SBO's arms and dragged him across the room. Sonic did most of the dragging because he's stronger. Quick flex. And put him right at Rouge.
Wait, who's gonna?
Who's Rouge again? Ryan, you're
We
Rouge.
never choose. No, Ryan's got enough voice as the.
Yeah,
I'll be
fine.
I'll be
Who? We already had a
Shadow,
Rouge.
you'll be Rouge. I don't want to be
No,
Rouge.
Rouge never talked. It was like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta think. I think she'll be.
no, I'll be Rouge.
I think
Yeah.
she's a chain smoker for some reason.
Howdy.
I'll be Rouge.
She sounds like.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brian.
What is this about?
Sorry, I'm talking with my friends.
Said Rouge with the questioning sound. She blinked her eyelids quickly like a race car. What do you want? Why are you here? SBO looked right into her eyes with passion like 100 barking dogs
Oh God.
and said,
Sorry, I just got distracted. Rouge, will you go out with me, SBO?
SBO was sweating and there were drops of sweat dropping of his hands in front of her. I don't know, said SBO and looked at
You
said
dyslexic
Rouge and looked at
retard.
SBO. Rouge gave him a sexy look that made SBO feel in love. 3, 2, 1.
Please do it.
Do it. So Sonic and Tails together at the same time.
Such a fucking retarded.
Okay, we can go on a date tonight, said Rouge. Sonic and Tails and SBO were stoked and high-fived right there.
Yeah.
By the time this night ended, one of them would have done their first sex.
Oh boy, the first sex is always the most important sex.
Oh my god.
Now here is the hard part.
Said SBO.
How do I put sex in her without getting in trouble?
Sonic and Tails looked at each other and thought,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh. And SBO walked out while holding on to Rouge's boobies.
Oh man, he can't run for Supreme Court now.
Because they are now boyfriend and girlfriend. And it's allowed to do that.
And then their ass landed into the principal's office.
Oh my god.
Chapter 5
this
of
would be
Sonic
good.
High
I
School.
feel like this would be a good one to end off on.
Sure. Whatever.
I got no line. I've got no line.
Shut up, Charlie. Nobody cares about your line count.
Chapter 5. Preparations. It was at the end of the day at school, and it was time that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all bus when the school went on the way home from bus.
Ryan.
What?
Ryan.
Fine, I'll reread it. Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all bus on the way bus from a homeschool bus.
Oh, it was intentional. I'm sorry. You're only a half retard. You're not a dyslexic retard. We're on the bus now.
No, I think Tails is. I'm not Tails. Said Tails.
No more classes.
Tails was happy but sad because he is smart.
Yeah, I bet he's
What?
smart in those special ed classes.
You said because school ended.
Sonic and Tails sat down together and Knuckles sat right in the middle of the aisle, which he usually did not do but sometimes did when not everyone was on the bus. It looked like SBO and Rouge were not on the bus because they were busy getting ready to go sex tonight. Now that they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Knuckles laid across the aisle, even more stretched out than when he sat in the two seats, because now the limits were Alpha and the Omega.
What a man spreader.
How can we help SBO? Said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded,
I don't know.
and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy on the bumpful roads all the way home. They got out of the bus. They all got out at the bus stop that they normally got in the bus at, just like always. Oh my god. Sonic ran out of the bus, and then Tails, and then Knuckles in order. Time to go home.
Wait, that's my line.
Oh my god. Fine.
Time to go home.
Said Tails.
Said Tails.
We're almost there.
And then they walked the rest of the way home. When they got home, it was dinner time, and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families, so they did not live together.
No shit.
And Sonic's mom made dinner. Sonic's mom made Chinese food, and Sonic ate it. And at the end, there was a fortune cookie. Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part and kept the paper that was inside.
Hold up. How did she make a fortune cookie with the paper inside?
I was about to say the exact same thing.
She I don't know. that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself in his head. Oh my god.
All right, it's yours. It's all yours.
The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis, said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper, and he knew it was a good sign for what he was about to happen tonight when Espio and Rouge went to sex. Then the phone ringed.
Wait, hold up. So, if his mom is writing the fortunes, why would she write the path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis?
Wait.
And then
This-
what?
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 Okay. This is Sonic's mom.
Huh? Did you send me something?
You looked.
Yeah, I sent the link. That's Sonic's mom.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh no! Bernadette
So-
Hedgehog. Oh my god, Jesus.
It doesn't look like she's magical.
That's not a very magical friend.
Like, I can see why she wrote that. You know.
That is sexy.
Bro, she's a mom.
That is sexy.
Then the phone ringed. Sonic ran to the phone and picked it up and said, "Hello!" into it. It was Tails.
I have an idea.
Said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking.
I can give Espio my invisibility hat for the science competition, and he can use it to do sex for Rouge.
Sonic smiled so wide, like the king of fire, finding out he burned down the New York City with only his fire powers. Oh my god. Sonic and Tails. Oh, this is a short chat. Sonic and Tails went to Espio's house later, which was not too easy to walk to normally for most people, but Sonic is super fast, so he ran there and helped Tails get there too, seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic. They knocked on the house, and Espio came out the front door.
Oh wait, that's Tails. Here's my invisibility hat that you can use with Roach tonight to make sex in. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear. When you are wearing the hat,
Make it impossible to hear.
I don't know, or when someone is wearing the hat, wants you also be impossible to see and impossible to hear. Scream Tails.
Screamed Tails. His voice was a little hoarse. Okay. From ordering food with the lunch lady whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. What? Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud, and he would say, would still say, and Tails wondered why she even had ears if she wasn't gonna use them.
Oh, that's offensive. Any dead people
Espio
watching,
grabbed
we
the
are not
invisibility hat
from
from Tails' hands and said,
"Cool. Thanks!" Exclamation point.
and kept going. So Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Back at home, Sonic thought that it would be good if Espio would get sex into Rouge. So then he could explain it to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex spots even better, because otherwise he would have to read about it online, because all he knew about was kissing, which wasn't really sex, but it was probably kind of the same thing.
Oh,
and
buddy.
Sonic would
Buddy.
just read about it online before talking about it anyways, and he would what?
Huh?
And he would know the right words for the things then. Sonic sat on a chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up the Sonic Instant Messenger and messaged Amy Sonic, who was doing the same Sonic thing, but at her Sonic home. And Sonic said, and said, "Hey, Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and a girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend?" Sonic waited for a long time at his computer, and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy records set by others. And finally, Amy responded.
No.
What Amy said was...
right. Amy said was, no.
Sonic was shocked. His brain must have felt like a total idiot.
Say no way to the sexes.
Oh, this is the juicy chapter.
Oh, boy.
No, there's no Shadow. It's not.
Lord.
Chapter 6, SBO and Rouge. God.
Oh, boy. We get to leave off
SBO
on a
walked to
sexy
Rouge's house
chapter.
because it
No, we're
was
gonna
time
leave
for
off.
their date together, and all SBO could think about was what they were going to make sex for the first time. SBO looked at the computer and read about what to do and what the right words were so he could know how it works and how to say it right so no one would make fun of them.
Look at this loser not knowing
was
how to do
Rouge's
the
house.
sex.
He was at now. And it was right in front of him. SBO knocked on Rouge's door.
I hope she is home.
Charlie, can you be Rouge? Because I have a lot of
Oh.
reading to do, and I'm going to need to bleach my eyes after this.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And S
Oh,
said
no.
SBO, and she was. She opened the door just then.
Hello, I'm home.
Said Rouge, looking always sexy in her tiny baby bra and big cool boobs. Oh my
Ryan,
God.
I
Why
feel
did
bad.
I agree to read
Ryan?
the narrator?
Ryan, I feel bad for you.
Oh my God. SBO thought she looked like the hottest woman in the earth that he could see from here.
Charlie.
Oh, yeah, that's my. I keep forgetting I'm really rude. Where are you taking me tonight on a date?
Whispered Rouge in a sex-filled voice.
Ryan.
SBO had thought this one over on the way so he could say it right the first time and get her to do what he wanted. That's sex,
Well,
said SBO.
just let me put this on this science head, then we will begin sex.
Rouge looked shocked,
well.
but she was probably excited too. SBO could tell that they both had an erection.
No.
They both did. They both did.
What?
Said Rouge in a shocked way.
Right here?
SBO said.
Is Rouge a trap?
Probably.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes, this hat was made by Tails specifically for our date. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear while I am wearing it.
SBO did a cool face at her because being smart and cool too.
Ryan, you dyslexic fuck! I
As
swear to
long-
God.
What?
Yeah.
SBO did a cool face at her because oh, I forgot the can. Being smart can be cool too, as long as you're not a nerd. But
Oh
keep
yeah,
it
that's right.
Rouge said,
Okay, let's go inside.
and gently grabbed SBO's hand. But he pulled it back and she fell, causing him to fall, and they both together fell onto the grass where they fell and rolled around in it until they were about in the middle of Rouge's house's front lawn. So there was plenty of room around them for their activities.
Oh God! Now the whole neighborhood has to see. No,
Mm-hmm. Said SBO.
I want to make sex in you right here.
And SBO put on the invisibility hat so no one could see or hear them, and a whole new world possibility. Wait, I'm so confused. Wouldn't they only not be able to see and hear SBO?
It's anybody who they want.
Oh, didn't you?
I can just imagine how that worked if this girl was just like sprawled out naked, just getting like invisibility fucked.
Yep.
Like her vagina's just convulsing for like no reason at all.
Nobody could hear or see them, and a whole new world of possibilities were optioned to them. So they could do sex in whatever way they wanted, and it was time to start sex right now. It sounds like a 6-year-old is writing this.
Yes, that's what he said. It sounds like a 4th
Like,
grader.
I feel like it's a joke. I feel like this was made as a joke.
No, it's not
no.
a joke. No,
Someone
it's a joke.
made this 100%.
It's not
This
satire.
is what they wanted it to say.
Oh.
SBO. Oh my god.
See, it was written in 2012. There's no way it's satire. The internet didn't even know what satire was back then.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't want to read this.
Me neither.
SBO
Ryan,
revealed his penis to Rouge, who looked
wait,
at
Ryan.
it.
What if you read this, but you make it as PG as possible?
Oh, make it PG. Okay. SBO revealed his dingling to Rouge, who looked at it. Rouge said, "Oh my god!" And took out her Bible.
And then they read Psalms 131, verse 2.
Oh my god. SPO's dingling was really tired from looking at Rouge like he is in church. And it is so boring, but you just get divine inspiration. Anyway, Rouge's Bible looked like a surprised ghost. SBO's pen approached Rouge
SBO's
like
opposed
a flying
pelvis.
plane down at the airport, but instead of being full of businessmen, it was full of SBO's prayers and wishes.
Here it comes.
Cried SBO, ramming his thoughts and intentions into Rouge's Bible. Rouge screamed prayer noises, and SBO messed around with her
Lord,
rose
forgive
and
me.
faced like she was the X-Men arcade game. SBO slammed his big, awesome pen from side to side in her Bible like a like a scribe. Like a scribe
A
writing
Jewish
for a friend.
scribe.
And Rouge was cutting the grass. Then SBO used his tail to flip the Bible over. He can do this. And put his pen into her prayer card. He moved his pen in circles. I can't read this.
That's why you're not reading it. You're just making it PG-able.
He moved his pen in circles to draw circles because he liked circles. Like he was building a golf course. Digging out the back nine. Rouge was folding her hands in prayer like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
But not praying, because SBO was holding onto her Bible and was writing into it with his pen and leaving marks that looked like it said Amen. Then combined with the spot where her Bible is. What? And I'm dyslexic. And that it was she felt because SBO seemed to be a worshiper. SBO used his tail to flip the Bible over again and did an all-star Pope thing with his pen. Like using his pen using his pen like a rolling pin on her Bible. and wrote down prayers on Ephesians to see how far it would go, and making a prayer hurricane with swirling his what? His
Bibles.
rosary and her Bible. I was confused because I was reading ahead and her. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
But finally, they both got so inspired that SBO's prayer burst in his head.
God
and
juice.
Came out of his head and landed into the eyes and landed into the brain of God, who was lying there in heaven.
I don't think
God does. But nobody could see him, so it was okay. At that part, SBO screamed, "Yes, Lord!" and shouted.
Bruce shouted,
"Use me for your works, Lord." And SBO prayed,
descended,
and prayed into her Bible, and that is what happened. Now they were done praying. They put their pen and Bible and rosary away, and SBO took off the invisibility hat like nothing ever happened. But they both know what they did because they were there for it.
Oh God, that's literally us.
Oh wait, no, that's you. That's
us.
you. I'm sorry.
And it was like nothing ever happened, but they both know it did because they were there for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's us.
SBO.
Oh, bye.
Said SBO, and SBO walked off her property and away to his house and did the rest of his things until school happened the next day.
Hey SBO, why do you have all those cum stains on you?
Don't you mean prayers?
Yeah, that was a very private prayer session. Demonetized.
Oh my God. Why are we doing this?
I don't want to read the.
I think this is. I'm scared. I think this is enough.
Chapter 7.
It's good tomorrow. Sunday. No,
I can't.
We gotta read more
Not now.
Okay. All right. It's on to the editing process, I guess. I guess I can milk 2 videos out of this.